Wednesday, December 18th, and I'd like to call to order. If I could request roll call by Bill Lawler tonight, please.
Trustee Melissa Augusta.
Present.
Trustee Craig Messernick.
Here.
Trustee Jeffrey Wood.
Here.
Trustee Kat Dooley.
Absent excused.
Trustee Bill Lawler is here. Trustee Tara Mishner.
Present.
Trustee Tori Yu.
Present.
Student representatives.
I have not heard from them. I'm worried that maybe because of our change in date might have messed them up in terms of being here this evening, but I'll follow up.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Thank you, sir, very much. All right, if everyone would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so we have the approval and overview of agenda, which is on pages 1 through 4. Do we have any comments, changes? May I request a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
And second?
Second.
Thank you so much. Consent agenda. We have the approval of the regular minutes, which are on page 5 from November 20th, and then the approval of claims and warrants, B, which is on page 13 through 15. Any questions, comments, or discussion? May I request a motion to approve consent agenda A and B, please?
Motion to approve consent agenda A and B.
Thank you so much.
You're
And a
welcome.
second?
Second.
Thank you so much. All right, and then we have correspondence on page 16.
At the top of page 16, we have a thank you email from Asaf Ghazi. This is with the applicant day for Census 2020, which we hosted at the library in partnership with Michigan Works. And then we have an email, also a thank you, from Natalie McLaughlin for the library tour and iCube demonstration. Natalie works for Community Financial. She's one of their community directors. And Community Financial has been a wonderful partner with the library for many years. So she reached out wanting her staff, her Novi staff, to actually get a feel for the library and to also have an opportunity to see the iCube, and we were able to fulfill that for her. And then on page 17, I just wanted to show a really cool post of some people enjoying the iCube also. That is our librarian, Mary Robinson, and she was doing a program for the holidays. And then you can see the very nice comment that was left by a patron. So the iCube has been very busy the last few weeks. People have thought about holiday gifts and how to use the iCube, and glass etching has been going like crazy. So I just saw Charlie Hokett today as I was walking in, and he said that's a lot of what they've been doing the last few weeks. So we're glad that we were able to provide that service to the community.
And I love the video of the vinyl press, too.
Yes,
That was
so those keep coming. That's Dana putting those together, so yes.
fun. Yes, ma'am?
Thank you. I just wanted to piggyback on that. I think I told Julie at a meeting, I practiced a little bit of the bullet journaling. So I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, I'm going to go in this room. I have an hour to kill. Let me see what happens. So if you're scared to go because you don't know what you want to do, use one of those kits and it'll come to you. My first thing I created, not so great, but then after that, it looks better. So that's just a little encouragement.
Thank you. All right, wonderful. Thank you, Julie. All right, we do not have any presentations or special guests this evening.
We do not.
Thank you. Public comment. In order to hear all citizen comments at a reasonable hour, the library board requests that speakers respect the 3-minute time limit. This is not a question and answer session, therefore library board members will not respond to questions. It is an opportunity to voice your thoughts with the Novi Public Library Board of Trustees. And we have someone, thank you.
Mike Duchesne, 1191 South Lake Drive. Just want to thank the board and the library, especially for the contributions that you do make to the city. And I do know that this is budget time, and I do have a few requests or input as a resident for the library. And I do see in different minutes and packets that have been put online in the past that a lot of progress is being made in the international community collection. A lot of good things happening in there. I would still like to further continue increasing significantly the international juvenile book collection. I still feel that we should have 500 juvenile books for each major language that we have residents in the city, so that half of the book readers before kindergarten could at least have book collection there. I really like to have an emphasis on the Japanese and Asian juvenile book collection, Japanese especially because, as you know, Awana is our sister city. We do have some relationships with Japan. We have a very substantial Japanese population in our city. And as you track these things, I'm sure that you'll see the progress over the years. And hopefully we've made substantial progress this last year. I also feel that we have a real gem in the library that we're not aware of yet, and that's the DVD collection. The sheer volume of DVDs that we have is outstanding. However, I don't know that we've taken the time to really look at what's in those DVDs as far as foreign languages and subtitles in foreign languages. I really would like to see something online where I could click and say, show me all the DVDs that have Japanese as subtitles, or French or German, whatever my particular language is. I don't see that we necessarily need to shore up the DVD collection so much for international languages as the juvenile book collection, because with Netflix and other outlets, there's really a lot of material out there that's available to the public for viewing, for entertainment, for information. So basically, those are my suggestions. I know you're getting towards your budget, and I know that you've made many references in the budget to various aspects of the international collections and support, and just want you to continue to do that and put an emphasis on that, especially now that we are moving closer to the Asian Village Sakura project. Resident input to the group, the different meetings that they've had with the city has suggested that they partner with the library, and hopefully they will do that. They have in writing said that they are reaching out to the library to do some kind of partnership. I don't know exactly what they had in mind, although they did suggest that they would make a room available, and maybe they can buy some juvenile books for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there anyone else? All right. The next one is the number 9, our student representative report, and you can see all the notes and on page 18, all the events and stuff that they've been doing with the board and the upcoming events for January 2020.
And I did receive some information back from the two of them. They are at Christmas concerts this evening presenting, so the conflict in having to change.
Well, I appreciate them giving us the report, so at least we can have
Yes.
that in front of us. So
Absolutely.
thank them for that. All right, number 10 is the president's report. It's the first part is the strategic goals, which we did present to the city council last Monday or the Monday before last.
Yep, the 9th.
And they thought it was amazing, great feedback. I thought it was interesting that Andrew Much did ask us about the no fees fines moving forward, and it was nice that we could report that we were absolutely looking into it to see what our options were.
Mm-hmm.
But they loved our strategic goals, and they said they're very proud of us, so that was very nice. Goal update, we'll have that in January. And then we do have some budget planning sessions, so January 9th at 4 o'clock. So then we'll be able to really kind of get into the meat and potatoes and.
And as far as I know, everyone's going to be at that meeting. It looks like Tuesday, the 21st, I've heard we're going to be absent, both trustee Yu and trustee Wood for the 21st.
All right. And then D is there's 2 library board trustee seats that are up for reappointment in 2020, and the city clerk will reach out to.
And hopefully they have already done that. If not, they should be. So just for you to be aware.
All right, number 11. Oh, was there anything else for that, Julie? All right, the treasurer's report. Treasurer Whitman.
Okay, if you look at page 21 through 23, you'll see the Fund 268, and on the bottom of page 23, the approved budget for fiscal year 2019 through 2020 of total revenues, $3,142,439, with the total expenditures of $3,234,539, looking to consume a total of $92,100 out of the fund. On page 24, you'll see the budget for Fund 269 at the bottom, with the total revenues of $39,500 and the total expenditures of $75,250, looking to consume a total of $35,750 out of the fund. Year-to-date spending as of November 30th can be found on page 28. Right now, we currently have revenues of $3,070,737 and a total expenditures year-to-date of $1,207,665. On page 29, for Fund 269, you'll see year-to-date, as of November 30th, we have total revenues of $17,604 and expenditures of $6,117. Our balance sheet report, which is found on page 30 for Fund 268, our ending fund balance is $3,957,930. And on page 31, the ending fund balance for Fund 269 is $1,687,573. Any question?
I have a financial question. It's probably not for you, but the payables, Millennium Business Systems, I see we have 2 payments to them in the last month. What do we do with them?
Can you refer back to which page you're on?
Page 14,
Okay.
accounts payable, one for about $2,400 and one for about $1,900.
I believe that is our copier machines and our, yes, and our lease that we have with our copiers in the building.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any additional questions? All right, number 12, the director's report.
Okay. Just one, I'm happy to take questions, but the one thing I always like to bring to your attention is our anniversaries, and these are for January coming up. Kelly Kolchak from our Information Services Department, she is a longtime sub and one of our Sunday librarians. She'll be celebrating 18 years. Dorothy Manti is another Information Services librarian sub and a Sunday librarian, and she's celebrating 17 years. Kathleen Alberga is from our Information Services Department, also a librarian in our Youth Department. She's celebrating 7 years. Aser Taha is from our Support Services Department. She is one of our shelvers, and she's celebrating 7 years. And Linda Olshansky from our Support Services Department, also a shelver, and 1 year she is celebrating an anniversary. So just below that on page 32 is a new comment card, comments and suggestions that we revamped. Really the big change is at the bottom with a little, you can see where the asterisk is. It says comments, suggestions are subject to sharing in library documents and made public. I had a concern with a patron that had shared some information and didn't want her name shared in information. We went ahead and redacted her name out of a legal document after working with our attorney, but there was a suggestion made of putting, this notation on there, so that way if someone is giving us their name, they now, they always had response requested if they want us to contact them, keep anonymous, and then staff initials. So now we have a little more tracking as well. So this is just after some changes that we made. Also, the annual report on page 33, 34. The only reason I'm bringing this back to you is there was a mistake, but it's a good mistake. If you look on page 34, under statistics, we actually had 937,715 items checked out of the building. That was, when I first reported this to you, it was lower than that. We forgot to add our downloadables. How can we forget, I know, adding our downloadables? When we were finishing up the state aid report, that's when we realized that that number was not correct, and it is larger. But underneath it, the visits did go down. So those are the two numbers that changed. We mistakenly put the same number from last year into the report, and until we got that state aid information all put together, we realized, so it's 463,818 for the visits to the building. So that was a little down from a year ago. 12 years ago when I started with Novi, one of my goals was to hit 1 million items checked out. You guys are doing really well. We're trending along, and when libraries show sometimes, not having that circulation, we really are doing a great job. I'm excited to see what the lending library will bring as we move that into the north end, and will that spark more usage? I would hope. So it'll be interesting to see how that, after a year from now, what those numbers look like. Any questions to that? So that was the only change that had to be made. We made sure when Melissa and I went to the city meeting on the 9th, they did get the actual report, the newer report, because I had found that afterwards, after bringing it to you in November. The state aid was submitted by Marcia Dominic, so that has been turned into the state. And it's so nice to have it done. It's usually not due until February, and it's nice when we can get it off our plates before the holiday, because it's a lot of number crunching. Page 35 through 30, page 35 through 45 was a presentation that I gave to the City of Novi's leadership team just last week. And what they do, this is me giving them statistics, and then they turn it back around and give a visual for how our usage has been doing, and based on reports that they need to turn in through ICMA, which is the International City Managers Association. So these are just some numbers I wanted you to, since I was putting these stats together and they show a couple years' time, I thought I would share those with you, and you can see how we've trended over the last few years, which is wonderful what we've been doing. Page 46 and 47 are some programs coming up very soon. We're going to be partnering with the Chamber. Page 47 is bringing in Richard Sheridan. He is the CEO of Menlo Innovations in Ann Arbor. He was actually here a few years back. I think it was 2015, and he's written a new book, so we're offering this up as a lunch and learn through the Chamber. And then also I included our e-newsletter from a month ago, and the reports from the other managers as well. I'm happy to take any questions if you have any.
I love the charts.
Yes, isn't that great?
So crisp.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a quick question about library guest visits. Would that include like any after-hours program too? Did we count that or no? We
do, because our counter works. So
Okay,
the
good.
counter's always on. So
So everybody counts.
everybody that walks in and out, it clicks.
Okay, thank you.
It's a great question.
Thank you.
Any additional comments, questions? All right, we'll go on to committee reports. Policy Committee,
Nothing at this time.
thank you. HR Committee, we have nothing at this time. Finance Committee,
Cafe added a rewards program
Yes,
for future purchases.
they did.
So, yeah, go get your rewards cards.
thank you.
Yes.
Events Committee,
Yep, Library Board Bingo, it continues to be strong and popular on Facebook. I was the answer to last week's question. And if you have not checked out this week's, make sure you look on Facebook, because the answer to that question is sitting at the table right now. I won't give who it is, but
You eliminated one person.
That was
three. Yep, so make sure you check that out. The excitement's going on that. Our marketing plan, we got our second draft, I want to say late last week, so we sent changes in, and hopefully we'll see that in January.
Yes.
We sent, and we can discuss it at the board meeting. In terms of programs that we attended, trustees attended in the past month, we had our tree lighting event December 6th. Trustee Augusta, Trustee Mitchner, and myself attended that. It was a very packed evening here on the campus with Santa, the fireworks, petting zoo, and all that. December 7th was the evening of appreciation at the show place. Trustee Augusta, Mitchner, Messerneck, and myself were in attendance for that. And that was also the 50th anniversary Golden Gala. So it was a very nice event put on. December 9th was the annual report presentation strategic plan to council. Trustee Augusta was here at that, and I actually was watching at home. You guys did a good job.
Thank you.
And then 2 days after that, the 11th, Trustee Mitchner was involved with the Deerfield School Planning Meeting for March's Giving Month.
Thank you. I just have to thank Cheryl Walsh, the HR team, and the city of Novi for the light up the night, the music, the singers, everybody, the kids, the adults, the sponsors. It was the pizza truck, the
Yes.
homemade donuts. Yeah, it was fireworks in December. You can't beat that. And then the light up the night, or I'm sorry, the evening appreciation was truly an amazing way to celebrate a 50th anniversary. It was so nice having all the city managers, the mayors, all this. It was just, the band. It was incredible, and the food was delicious. So
Yes.
Yes.
thank you for that.
I appreciated him giving us a heads up that the fireworks were coming, because I heard them.
Yeah,
Wondered for a minute.
So did my dog.
sure. December, wait, we just lived this in July. All right, thank you. All right, and strategic planning,
Nothing new to report, just that you guys presented it to council on December 9th.
perfect. And then building landscape committee?
Yeah, just a couple quick comments. Training and prep work continues for the lending library kiosk. As far as the van, we saw a draft last month. I don't think we have costs yet for
We don't.
for the wrap on that. The main doors entrance, we saw something. Julie, did you have that meeting this week?
I did not. I didn't get a
Okay.
confirmation from the two gentlemen. So I think
Okay.
with the holidays, I might have to wait a couple
All
weeks
right.
and I'll try
So
and
those
schedule
are
that.
still ongoing. And then one last thing, I guess that's not on here with regards to the cafe. In the mail today, I got my copy of the Engage magazine. There's a wonderful article there about the cafe. And I would really urge everyone to read it, because it not only talks about the cafe and some of the changes, but it talks about the staffing and how that's done. And I think it would be really interesting to all the patrons and all the people in the city to see how that is. So I urge everyone to take a look at that.
It was a great article. The city did that article with
Yeah,
us.
really, really well done.
Yeah.
Do we ever get a conclusion, a resolution with the name?
We did not. I haven't followed back up, and I will do that. I don't think it's going to be a problem, is what I'm hearing, but I'll find out.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing that to everyone's attention. I haven't read mine yet. It's still on my sofa table. Any additional questions? Oh, I'm sorry, bylaw committee. I apologize.
No open issues at this time.
Thank you. All right, we come to the second public comment. In order to hear all citizen comments at a reasonable hour, the library board requests that speakers respect the 3-minute time limit. This is not a question and answer session, therefore library board members will not respond to questions. It is an opportunity to voice your thoughts with the Novi Public Library Board of Trustees. Anyone else? All right. And there are no matters of board action. Before I request a motion to adjourn, is there anything else?
I just want to wish all of you a very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks again.
Yes.
And I just want to thank everybody for an amazing 2019.
Yes.
And I am so looking forward to 2020.
Thank you.
Thank
Do I
you.
have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a
Second.
second? Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't get